I know everyone says it. Backstreet's back, all right?
Yep.
Yes.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You guys, please, thank you for being here.
Thanks for
Thanks for
having us.
having us.
Wow.
Always good to see you.
Hey, and we were just really proud of you guys. You were the first boy band ever to get your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very honored.
And so many honors since then. And we go way back. I'm thinking it was 96 with your first album.
Oh, yeah.
And here we are.
These days.
I'm bad at math.
Yeah.
How many years is that, Ryan?
That's
96.
22.
22 years.
Go rock with them numbers.
I don't think we've all been around that long.
Maybe, I think
It can't be that long. Thankfully, we all have.
Yes,
Yeah,
no, that's
fully.
true. Yes. You all look fabulous.
Thank you. So do you.
Yeah. Well, so let's just go right in on the single. Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Yes.
We were listening to it. We're getting goosebumps, but as someone we work with calls them, Karen Sharp is their name, angel bumps.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're not
bumps.
goosebumps, they're angel bumps.
I like that.
When you get the,
I like it.
the sensation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about it. Tell us about the making of it. Tell us the inspiration.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Just have to say that. Well, the song was produced and co-written by a guy by the name of Stuart Crichton. He did some stuff on Kesha's last record.
He's from Scotland.
He's from Scotland.
Ah.
And
That's right.
we had demoed a song that he co-wrote on, and he was out of the country working with another artist, and he couldn't work with us, but he heard that demo, came to our Las Vegas residency, wanted to see us and get the vibes live. And then after the show, we chatted with him. He's like, I'm so inspired right now. I'm going into the studio and I'm going to come back with some fire. And this was one of the songs that he came back with. And as soon as we heard the demo, we were like, oh, yeah. And then we felt that it would be perfect for us. And then we went in the studio and cut it. And we knew right when we were cutting it how special it was. We felt like it represents us and who we are, but at the same time, it's fresh. And
very
new.
fresh.
It's like we're
It
not
sounds
trying to
more-
be something that we're not, but it's fresh.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it feels good.
It sounds more now than now.
Good.
If that makes sense.
That's great.
Honestly.
We feel like it sounds different enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what's
It's
happening
exactly.
at radio right now, but it's also it
Kinda
fits.
falls within
And
So-
I'm pitching for it to be the theme song of Stranger Things.
It cuts through like crazy. When you hear it on the big speakers.
I'm a
and,
child of the 80s, and I love synths and keyboards.
Oh, okay.
And when I heard the synths in it and the beat drops on the second verse, when AJ kicks in his verse, thanks. I love
so
the vibe.
beautiful. Well, that's the thing about it. I think it's your staying power, too, is that your songs give us those reactions. It's the emotion that you put in it. And just you guys all together, that's why you're the soundtrack for so many things. And now here's another one to add on it.
Thank
And
you.
it is. It's the emotion that it brings.
We
And
take
it
our
has
time
to-
in making a record.
Yeah, I was just gonna on a lighter note. I was gonna say
Yeah.
it has to have the word heart in it in order for it to be.
It has to.
Nine times out of 10, it works with heart.
I mean,
It doesn't, then it's
so consistently, it's been a good bet for us. So
Yeah.
and that soundtrack to your life, if it's got a heart, then it's like, oh, So
Very true.
And more on the serious things. Now,
Yeah.
I was going to say that with us, with the Backstreet Boys, that's one of the biggest reasons why we're not having albums out every other year, because we really take our time into making sure we put the best work that we can on a record. This record here, we started over a year and a half ago. And, we really go in the studio. We really try to experiment, really try to push the envelope, making sure that it's songs that are timeless, that we're proud of, that can be played today, 10 years back, or 10 years in the future. And so that's why
so
hopefully it has
cool.
a good melody, a good message, because we take the time to make sure we find that stuff.
We love that good message, that good melody. We're the feel-good station.
Yeah.
So it's all
Feeling
things that feel
good.
good, like you guys, the
Don't
Backstreet
do it,
Boys.
don't do it no more.
What is the most surprising celebrity tweet you've seen so far? Because everyone's going crazy on social media for this song.
I'm a huge football fan, and so I watched this show called Good Morning Football, and I went on the show one time to talk about my Buccaneers. And Peter Schrager actually just he sent out a tweet, and he was just like super excited about the song, and it's just like we're getting this overall like just an incredible response from it, and it's in a lot of ways it's shocking to me. We don't expect it. You know what I mean? And even though we've been here for 25 years, and it's been a while since we've gotten to this point, but really grateful for everything that we've had over the years.
It's
so
exciting,
this is like,
actually. Last night, Nick and I were at dinner with one of our radio reps from the label here, and within the first hour, all of a sudden we got an email from Steve Aoki. I got some new songs for you guys.
Oh, nice.
It's great to see that the love is getting out there. That's inspiring people to want to send us some new stuff. And
sometimes it takes a little reminder.
We got to meet Steve in Vegas a couple months back, and we went to his house, and like his house is insane.
What is his house like? I
He's
can't
got,
even imagine.
Oh my God!
He's got a whole basement that's got like a trampoline and a foam pit and a balcony you can jump off.
Can
of
you
and flip
swim down a
into.
spiral staircase?
We could.
You can jump off his
nothing you have to
balcony,
jump off
3
of.
stories into a pool.
Come
It's crazy.
on.
It's insane. So we've been trying to get something
got
together
jacked
with
up.
him and collaborate. So hopefully
I got injured, but that's a whole that's a whole other story.
you got a lawsuit.
I
Tell us about
got
your injury,
injured.
AJ.
Accident.
I out jumped my welcome in the indoor trampoline and bruised my ribs. But
Well, it's because
Yeah.
we were trying to take a perfect picture of jumping in the air.
yeah, and I
And we
came
had to
down
do it
wrong.
like 5-6 times.
Yeah.
and then
Because AJ kept messing it up.
Yeah, and I kind of came down wrong. But Steve did say once we come back to Vegas, once we get back in with him, that whole like 20-foot jump into his pool is kind of a official initiation before we start recording. So we're all gonna have to jump off that little ledge, guys. I mean, he did say that.
It's not little.
I love how adventurous you
Take
guys
the leap,
are.
boys. A leap of faith.
I almost feel like your radio mother in a way, because we were there in the beginning, and now look at
A lot of
you,
history.
and your music just gets better and better all the time.
I'm gonna cry.
Your boys are all grown up.
My boys. Let's say we're back here with the Backstreet Boys, and you guys are coming back to Vegas.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we already know you're going to have adventures with Steve Aoki. Do you guys do the fly in, fly home thing, or do you stay? Do you bring your family?
Some of us do.
Yeah.
All of the above.
All of the above.
all
It's
the
a
above,
mix and
yeah.
a match.
So Brian and Howie live on the East Coast, and they typically stay in Vegas for the entire run, which is either 3 weekends or 4 weekends in a row. Nick lives in Vegas.
Yeah, I moved there.
AJ and I kind of commute from LA, but sometimes AJ stays in Vegas as well. But it's really nice that I can, leave on a Wednesday and be back on Sunday morning with my kids and my wife, and
you don't
it's
realize
awesome.
how close it actually is to Los Angeles.
Right.
It's like the flight's not bad at all.
Yeah. And then when you have choppers like you guys do, you just land in your backyard and then you go.
Now we just take Jet Suite X.
Motorcycle kind or whatever.
Hey, don't give away the Jet Suite X.
No, we don't actually. We don't ever take that.
Never. No, we
Well,
never heard of that.
Ryan has a lot of spottings of you guys
I
around
saw
town.
Kevin picking out a Christmas tree once at Nancy's Ranch in Santa Clarita.
Yes. Yeah. Do you live out in Santa
I
Clarita?
live in
I
Santa
live.
Clarita.
Wow, you guys should get together.
I go visit there sometimes.
For Christmas trees.
Yes, just for Christmas trees.
We'll have fun
and
at
then
Kevin's
AJ,
house.
you-
I'll
you
tell you
saw
that.
AJ.
I saw AJ just a couple months ago getting a guided tour at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
What's
Yeah,
your favorite ride, AJ? If you had to pick
Well,
one. Are you a Cars
my
guy?
daughter and I, obviously, having 2 girls, having the only girls out of all of us, I live anywhere that's princess,
Yes.
oriented. So princesses is my daily thing, but
Hold on. That's called karma, AJ.
it's karma. But to be honest, I wouldn't change it for the world. I have the best girls in the world, but. Honestly, my daughter and I, my oldest, we both love Soarin' because now Soarin' is now over the world.
Yes.
So it is just amazing. And like, she just wants to go on it repeatedly. And that's the plus of having a guided tour is you can sit and ride the ride multiple times. We did this Disney special a few years back. And as a thank you, after we finished taping, they gave each of us and our families a guided tour. My wife was actually about to pop. She was about a month out from having our first. And so walking around the park, she was not very happy. Her ankles were swollen. She was not very happy about it. But that kind of got me a little bit spoiled. I'm not going to lie. That's the only way to go do Disney now is to go get a guided tour. It's the best way to do it, man.
It's incredible.
It's so much
When
fun.
did her water break? Was she out of the park?
No, yes.
Good,
Thankfully,
good,
she was
good.
out of the park. Yeah, that would have been weird. And yeah.
You have a
Especially-
Disney baby.
Soarin', because they're so high up, all that water.
Yeah, that would have been weird for the people below. Yeah.
Like on Splash Mountain.
Oh,
Maybe?
yeah, Splash Mountain. Maybe that would have worked. That would have been fine. Yes.
It's a new meeting.
New meaning to the words.
We've grown
Splash Mountain.
So we do these things like every hour. We do feel goods. People call in with their feel goods, like stories like that, like someone giving birth on the sky buckets, or all these amazing things that happen. People who beat diseases, people who are reunited with their families. One guy called us and he found his daughter after 39 years.
Oh, wow.
So we hate to put you on the spot, but collectively or individually, what is your favorite feel good story? Maybe something you've seen on tour, people you've met. I know you do a lot of charity work as well. And
You know,
sometimes
the one
you
time
don't
on the
even publicize
cruise,
it.
when we cut, what was her name? Her hair.
Michelle.
Her name was Michelle.
Michelle, yes.
That was an incredible story.
Yeah, she was about to go into chemo, and she asked us if we would cut her hair and shave her head before she went into chemo, so she wouldn't have to go through the process of losing her hair. And she has now successfully beat cancer. She is doing splendidly. She's married now, and life is grand. And that was just an awesome moment for all of us. It was an awesome experience, and we always try to do whatever we can to give back. I mean, we've been blessed for the past 25 years to be given so much love and so much support from our fans and our families and radio, TV, press, everybody. So for us to be able to give back in any way is just awesome. So, you know.
I can definitely say on a personal note.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting story. I'll try to make it as short as possible. But
You
when
can
they
take your
say
time.
celebrities, they say a lot of times the family comes out of the woodwork. For me, about I'd say probably about close to 20 years ago, we were with our previous management, and one of the reps came up to me and said, "Do you know you have a famous cousin?" And I'm like, "What?" And so I've always wondered on which side of the family I got my music talents from. And she says, "Yeah, you have a cousin named Bob Duro, and who just recently passed away, actually a couple weeks ago. God rest his soul. But he was the creator and writer for all the Schoolhouse Rock, Conjunction Junction, just a bill on Capitol Hill." And I had the pleasure of finally talking to him over the phone and getting to know him. And it was a dream to have us re-recorded some of that stuff with him that unfortunately he's not here anymore. Yeah. But maybe one day that could still happen. But it was just an honor to realize that I had some family history there.
That is an amazing
I'm just
story.
a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Conjunction Junction.
Really? Can I share a story really
Yeah.
fast? There's this guy. We have a fan named Paul. Okay, and he's an Australian guy. His dad got sick. We just finished a couple weeks ago. We were on the Backstreet Boys cruise. Okay, I got a tweet from him that said that he couldn't make the cruise because his dad had fallen ill in the hospital. So I helped him donate his all expenses paid cruise trip to another fan. So this is our fans even giving back to other fans, which is really, really cool. We were on the cruise on the third day, and I got information that he lost his dad that day. And it was kind of sad, but to know that our fans can actually give back to other fans, that hopefully is an example that we can all live by. So
That is
really
really
hats
sweet.
off to Paul for donating a cruise trip to somebody that didn't get a chance. It was really cool.
That's a beautiful story. Well, we love you. We love your feel goods. We love your new song.
Thank you.
Oh my
We
God,
love you guys.
Don't go breaking my heart. It's the Backstreet Boys.
Thank you, guys.
In a circle.